Uh,
Yeah.
you already know.
What up, G? R-E-Z. Roughnecks.
CUG. Tada hard, bro. Man, I tada hard, bro.
Hi everyone, so today me, Wan Hazrina Fakiza, as Kiza, I will give my personal opinion about our third team for the third comic strip, which is our group members and me have chosen a team which is love. Okay, for me this team is quite interesting because this team of love, it has like a various type kind of love, but this one we more specific to the one between a gender of male and female, which is like a normal relationship that is needed in our life. So like me, I will prefer the kind of romantic love, which is maybe the guy will do some appropriate action in order to tackle the woman, not some with the kind of violent or so cliche or so goose bumping action. Okay, for this third team, love. Okay, we for me, it's quite unique, and it's to, like, you know what we call it, it's summarize all the third comic strip as the love is actually the happy ending, or the end of the story. If we read the novels or short story, or we see some dramas, the love will occur or will happen at the end of the story. So for our comic strip, when we choose this love theme, I think it's like the one that's fabulous theme, which like summarize all the previous second comic strip, which what happened in her life, and at the end of her life, she is happy with her life with she met her future husband, and then she has a cutie little child, which is a daughter. I'm not sure what her name is, so we will discuss it later. But for me, this team is very interesting for Chibaha to look forward to see what the story flow in this third comic strip. So I think from my point of view, this team is good enough to summarize, to complete all the third comic strip that for my group members have decided to make into one flow, so that this three comic strip has its relation and connection in order to explain or to tell people to read this comic strip. That's all from me. Thank you. Bye bye.
Hi, Assalamualaikum, buenos dias, sobahan nur. Okay, my name is Nur Hakima, and this is our week 5 for comic strip. Like the previous comic strip, if you realize or if you notice that all our comic strip is based on relationship. Like the first comic strip is about friendship, it's about our relations with our friends, and the second comic strip is about a relationship between our family, and of course the third comic strip is also based on relationship, but with the love one. I mean with love with some kind of love with other gender. Okay, like Adam and Eve, Romeo and Juliet. So okay, I believe that everybody wants to be loved. Okay, everybody wants to be loved. For some people, love may be something that is romantic, and maybe for some people love is something that passionate. But for me, in my opinion, love is an acceptance. Okay, for me, like, acceptance means that the people with whom I live give me a feeling of self-respect, a feeling that I'm worthwhile, a feeling that I am welcome to be myself. Okay, I have this kind of feeling whenever I'm with my friends. Okay, even they keep cursing me or using mean words to me, I know it's just a joke, and they can accept me for who I am, so I don't need to pretend to be somebody else. So the love, the acceptance of other persons makes me the unique person that I am meant to be. Okay, like as a normal human being, we will prefer to find someone that is beautiful, handsome. So actually, the relationship is not about finding a handsome boyfriend, a beautiful girlfriend. It's not about trying to make things perfect, but because there's no such thing as perfect relationship, but it's about finding someone who can matches you and who will accept the worst of you and will go through everything without giving up on you. That's my mom taught me. So in my opinion, love isn't perfect. It's more of like a kind of fairy tale, because in our world today, happily ever after is so once upon a time. Okay, and love, it doesn't always come easy. So like our character, like we compare the acceptance with our character with Bernadette. It shows how we like to show on the third comic strip how her husband accept her just the way she is. So she doesn't need to pretend to somebody to pretend to be somebody else. And okay, like of course, like I said, everybody wants to have a beautiful spouse, but remember, beauty fades away with time, and you have to live with the character at the end. So like the Bernadette, okay, at least she found her happy ending. Okay, she like you have said that she's gonna have a daughter, a beautiful kitty daughter. So it shows how that imperfect person like us also can have a happy ending, especially in a relationship. And that is why for me, Bernadette and her husband for this third comic strip is like Shrek and Fiona. Okay, like for me, Shrek and Fiona is the best fairy tale ever, because in some fairy tale we know that the prince and the princess are perfect. They are too handsome, they're too beautiful, too perfect to be human being. But in Shrek and Fiona, it teaches us that imperfect people like us also can have their own happy ending. So my advice for you guys that look someone who can accept you just the way you are. So you don't need to pretend to be somebody else, just be you. Okay. What else I would like to say? That okay, love what is truly unique about yourself. Like for me, okay, like there's no one can be you. There's no one can replace you. Like for me, maybe there's another Hakima, but there's not the same Hakimas with the same character, with the same attitude. So I hope that you're gonna find someone that will love you just the way you are. So let Allah mix the.
Oh my god!
Very good morning. So this is our 5th meeting for our LAX2011 Comic Strip. I am Noafina, the group leader for this group, and so this is our 5th meeting, and this is our final comic strip. And so for the final comic strip, we have decided to choose upon the theme of love, the partnership love, the marriage love, the romance love. And since before we have chosen love in a friendship, love in a family, and now it's time for us to convey the love of a romance. And the basic is like the girl finally succeeded in her studies, in her career. So now it's time for her to focus on the partnership love, to get married as a normal people. So what we have done is like a mini sequence from her study life, academic life, and then now towards her university life, her career life, and now time to get married as a normal people do. Now the girl has finally met the love of her life, so we can assume that she has a happy ending. So we are trying to convey a happy ending here. And for me, love is not always about everything you are doing the thing with your partner together. No, it's more about someone who can comfort you, someone who you can tolerate with you, someone who accepts your flaws and weaknesses, not about all the beauty, gushy things. And then it's all about together in every storms and rains and the suns, I suppose. Okay, so we are going to design the comic strip digitally as always, and I think so for our final comic strip it is fine with us. So we we are almost done, and we are glad that we are almost done, and thank you.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes. Embrace it. Let go.
Hi, I'm Najiha. So, I'm going to share my opinion for our third comic strip. It's kind of sad that we are going to end this LAX soon. So, but it's okay. Okay, so actually our group have discussed various themes for our third comic strip, like horror, love, romance, like that. But at the end, we choose love. And so, but this is because like before this, we are for our two comic strip before, we actually have talked about love between family and also friend. So why not this time we do a love between female and male. So we still use the same character, which is Bernadette. We are going to show you on how Bernadette met her partner. Okay, then she get married and at the end have a children and happy family. So for me, I want to have a husband which love me for who I am, and he doesn't want to change me. Okay, so he needs to accept me and complete me with his love and cherish me every day. So I hate to see a relationship that is only based on face, look and money, because at the end we know that only love that matter and important in relationship. Okay, so I want to have a happy family like what my father and mother did to our family. So okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Bye, Cik Bahar.
Good morning. So this is our fifth meeting for the comic strip, and this will be our last comic strip. And I'm kind of sad, but at the same time glad. So for this last comic strip, we've chosen also the theme of love, but we focuses more on the love between a guy and a woman. So although I can't say that I've never been in love yet, but I think I have some ideas what love is. So I do agree with Hakima's point that love is about acceptance, and because if you want perfect for your future husband or future wife, you'll never find perfect, because love is not just only about how you look, how you dress, how about the way you dress or whatever, but because love is about acceptance, and for your future ones to accept you the way you are is I think the thing that we want the most in any relationship. But love also can change you. We said we want people to accept us, but sometimes we have the attitudes or the parts of us that needs to be changed. And if our future ones or our significant other can change us, I think it's a good thing. Because even though you say I don't want people to change me, you have to accept me the way I am. But at the same time, you know you have to change gradually, because when you grow up, you do change yourself, right? So you can't expect people just accept you just the way you are, because in some way you have to change. Of course for the better, not for the worse, because no one wants to change themselves for the worse. But that doesn't mean if your other half want you to change, that doesn't mean that he or she doesn't love you. They still love you. That's why they want you to change for the better. And just like you can see in the comic strip, Bernadette finally found her love life, the love of her life. So we do realize that love is not really about the way you look. Sometimes it's about your personality, the way you bring yourself in the crowd. Sometimes you can wear the
most expensive clothes, the most expensive things, but the way you bring yourself, people won't see you. But sometimes your personality shines out more. So what I can say is, love is not something that you can chase or you can buy with money. You have to wait. Sometimes you have to wait. And I think when you wait for something, when you get it, you tend to cherish it more. You tend to keep it to yourself more. You tend to love something more. So, you know, in life sometimes you don't always get what you want instantly. So in terms of love, you have to wait for the right one, because you don't want to succumb yourself into meaningless relationship. Because some people, they think that, oh, I found my perfect guy or perfect girl, so I can be with him or her forever. But actually, you never know what will happen in the future. So I think that's all I can say about what love is. That's my own opinion. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. My name is Nur Shaliza binti Muhammad Nasir, and today I am going to talk about comic strip regarding the cost of LAX2011. And we are about to produce our last comic strip, and for this last comic strip, we are still keeping the same character in our story, which is the character of Bernadette, our main character. And for this last comic strip, the theme that we are going to portray in our storyline is the theme of love. We choose love as our last theme for this last comic strip production because we found out that love is something that is so fundamental for all the people in this world, because love is so close to all of us. Personally, I think that love is something that is so comfortable for us to, just like for us all to just give in and also take from others. And I think that this theme is really suitable to show that we have about to, conclude our storyline, and we are about to produce our ending for this comic strip. And so, for this comic strip, as the theme of love, we are about to portray the theme of love through the character of Bernadette, where we are about to show Bernadette settle down in her life, Bernadette get married, and also have kids. And so that is something that's the product of love itself. Because personally, I think love is so deep and love is so sentimental, and I think that everybody in this world need love as a part of their life. And I think that's all that I'm going to portray in our next comic strip. So thank you.